Weekly News. This is the week of April 26th to the 30th of 2015. My name is Jana and this is my co-anchor Lynn. First we have your updates for the week. Student-led conferences will be held on Wednesday the 29th and Thursday the 30th of this week. Due to conferences, there will be an early dismissal on Wednesday at 12 p.m. and no school on Thursday. The Bookworm Fair will be held from Monday the 27th to Thursday the 30th, the elementary library. Check with your teacher for your class scheduled time to visit. If you would like to go to the fair during non-school hours, it will also be open on Wednesday until 6 p.m. and Thursday 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. The grade 4 to 6 students will be hosting a popcorn concert on Tuesday, April 28th at 3:30 in the MPH. Arts Alive begins on Sunday, April 27th and will be on display until May 7th. The gallery walk will include over 1,000 art pieces designed by students in KG to grade 6. The collection includes 3D pieces such as paper mache and pottery, as well as 2D works in different mediums. Ms. Jones will be sending gallery walks from forms to teachers so students can walk around to view the artwork and reflect on their favorite art pieces. Next, we are visiting the clinic to hear from Dr. Amna, who has some great tips on how to beat the heat.
Hello, this is Dr. Amna Ahmed from Universal American School Clinic, and today I will be giving you a few tips on how to keep cool in this extreme heat. With the temperature soaring high in Dubai, I think it's very important that we take a few precautions to keep ourselves safe from the harmful effects of the sun rays. Now, sun is, as we know, is very important, is very essential for life on Earth. It has a lot of benefits, but it does have a lot of harmful effects on our body too. It can give us sunburn if you're not careful, if you're exposed to sunlight a lot. It can give you premature aging, which is early signs of aging, eye damage, and it can reduce your immunity in the long run as well. So what puts you at risk? We will talk about dehydration now, because if you are exposed to too much heat and you're not being careful, you're not hydrating yourself well and seeking shade in between, it can be possible that you will get dehydrated. Now, what are some of the signs that you should be watching out for dehydration? You would feel very thirsty. If you are very tired and fatigued, if you're exhausted, if your lips and your tongue get really dry, that means you are already dehydrated. If you are feeling any of these symptoms, if you are already thirsty, that means your body is already dehydrated. It does not have enough water. If it's not hydrated, it does not have enough hydration inside. All right, so what can we do to prevent this dehydration? Very simple. In between playtime, try to seek shade every 20 to 30 minutes if you're going to be outdoors for a longer time, especially during the peak hours of the sun rays, which is around from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure that you seek shade in between your playtime. Go and sit under a tent, under a tree or an umbrella, and make sure to drink water, enough water. Now, how much water is good for a child? So if you have a water bottle which looks about this size, which is about this size, it is a 1 liter water bottle. So you would want to drink about 350 ml, which would be about over 1/3 of this water bottle before your playtime. So drink about 1/3 of water from this bottle about 20 to 30 minutes before your playtime. And in between playtime, take breaks, seek shade, and drink at least 10 to 15 gulps of water. Right, so we know how to prevent dehydration. Now let's talk about a few sun-savvy tips, sun-wise tips that you can do to prevent getting sunburns and from getting dehydrated. So slip on a hat. Make sure if the flat neck hats are the best, but if you are going to wear a baseball hat, you make sure that you put on sunscreen on your exposed parts of your body, which includes the ears and your neck. So slip on a hat, slip on some comfortable clothing, wear loose-fitted, not very tight, wear loose-fitted clothes. This is not the time to wear your hoodies. It's really hot. If you're going to put on a hoodie and you're playing outdoors, your body temperature will shoot up really fast. And then slop on a lot of sunscreen. That's really important. So put sunscreen on all exposed parts of your body, which includes your face, your arms, your legs, the ears, and your neck. Alright, so try to apply sunscreen at least 15 to 20 minutes before you leave home in the morning. If you have time or if you do remember, reapply it again after swimming or after every 4 hours in the school. But if you forget about it, but at least put it on in the morning before you leave home. The next thing, if you have sunglasses, especially the ones that give you 100% protection from the sun rays, slip on those sunglasses. And last but not the least, seek shade. It's really important. If the temperature is really high, if it's really hot, make sure to seek shade under a tree or a tent. Even if you're sitting under a shade, does not mean you take off your hat or you don't put on a sunscreen. The sun rays can still reach you. So it's important to keep your hat on and put your sunscreen on even if you're sitting under a shade. Follow these simple steps and to beat the heat for the rest of the school year. And now we go back to the studio.
Thank you, Dr. Amna, for those great tips. It's definitely important to keep ourselves protected from the heat. Next, we'd like to share some photos from the KG2 Sports Day that was held on Thursday, April 16th. Now let's wish you congratulations to this week's Classroom Shoutout. Awesome job to all the grade 4 students. They recently completed a unit focusing on ancient civilizations and held a museum day to show off handmade artifacts that represented civilizations from Rome, Greece, Egypt, and the Aztecs. Let's take a look.
So my name is Julia, and today we're going to be talking about what we did over the spring break. So we were told to create an artifact about our ancient civilization from grade 4. So Mr. McIsaac's ancient civilization is ancient Rome, Miss Ryan's is ancient Egypt, Miss Allen's is ancient Greece, and Miss Mindy is the ancient Aztecs. So I am from Mr. McIsaac's class. Ancient Rome is my ancient civilization. So this is my artifact and the mosaic that we used in Rome. So I'm going to be talking about it. So what materials we use to create these mosaics? We use limestone, ironstone, sandstone, chalk, and slate. What connections we can make is that like in ancient days, we used it to decorate people's houses, and also nowadays we also still use it in some houses. You might see they still have mosaics that you can decorate in your house. What people who have used it is the people who decorate the houses and also the workers that work in a museum. What is it used for? Is that it's used for to decorate people's houses and to put in museums and also to put in the emperor's house. What does this artifact tell us about our ancient civilization? It tells us about how we can get creative with the art of Rome. And before I finish off with this, I wanted to say something interesting that I want for people to know. It's that when they make the mosaic, they usually make it just for fun or to mean something like a symbol to just show people if it means something to other people. And that is all. Thank you.